Morning, good afternoon, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everybody that is tuning to my brand new show called the Sports Oriented Wokeism Show, whereby I'll be dwelling into the world of sports culture that is being infected by wokeism. And we all know wokeism when it was first originated in the mid 1960s. It was all about a cry for change and spark a conversation about systemic injustice and prejudice. But as we speak now in 2024, it's no longer a cry for change and sparking a conversation, but rather it's being used as a political ideology and using that same ideology to censor free speech, meaning that anybody that doesn't agree with the work affiliated party is considered not being a part of a certain nation or of a certain uh, ethnic group. So you've seen that happening across different regions of the world, like in the UK and Europe, where wokeism is affecting in politics and also in entertainment, in media, and so forth. If you look at Australia, it's the same thing. If you look at America and Canada, that is exactly what is happening. Wokeism is just the order of the day, and if you don't agree with them, you are basically cancelled. But on my show, it's going to look at it from the sporting side, because sports is also a part of the culture. Sports, entertainment, and media. And I hope that with this brand new show that I'm launching, it's going to, spark a conversation, get people talking, and see where change can start from. Because wokeism is a very dangerous drug, and if you allow it to penetrate into every sector of the economy or the industry in a certain nation or community or a city, then we all know it's going to produce bad results. Now, wokeism is the opposite of meritocracy. That is an example of what wokeism can do. Wokeism replaces merit, and when you put wokeism in a certain environment, just know it's going to produce mixed results along the way. And I hope that with this new show that I'm starting, is going to take me. Sorry, it's going to spark a conversation to everybody that is listening or tuning me on wherever you are, whatever the platform you're using. I hope that this show is going to grow, and hopefully to bring to a larger audience on all different platforms, either on the audio platforms or on social media or on video platforms. And I aspire to be a part of the Outkick family, because I'm a big fan of Outkick, from Clay Travis and his people that are under him. I'm a big fan of that company, even though it's under Fox Corporation. But I'm a big fan of it for a pretty, most of last year, let's say half of last year, and even right now, I'm still watching Outkick through YouTube and also on social media with those sound bites and everything like that. But anyway, today, before I even get into what I want to discuss, just want to thank everybody that watched the previous my previous episode, which was also a new show. I called it the American Soccer Africa, where it is everything to do with American soccer, both in the MLS and a bit of the NWSL, but more diving into the African perspective, where we have players of African origin who are playing for both leagues, either as a native or as a diaspora. And that is why I started it yesterday on the 23rd. And I hope for as many that have watched it or listened to it, uh, if you've put your comments, your reactions, I'm very grateful for all of you participating in it. And I hope that show is going to grow as well, in addition to this one that I'm starting right now. But anyway, let's go straight to the point. And today, my focus is on Gerald Mayo, and I would like to pose a question as a title: Is Gerald Mayo a woke hire? Is Gerald Mayo a woke hire? The reason I pose that question is because we are seeing news media and online articles having to talk on the both sides of the debate, that this person is woke, as he was doing his introductory press conference, while the liberal media, on the other hand, are saying he's not, uh, and even others are saying that he did not violate the Rooney Rule, which you all know. And those of you who don't know what Rooney Rule is basically a policy where teams have to, interview at least two minority persons, no matter where they are from, uh, for different positions, either as a head coach or as a member of the board of directors and so forth. And it has been there for now 21 years. This is his 21st season. By the time his next season, it's going to be his 22nd. And uh, as we dwell more into the story of Jerome Mayo, we all know Jerome Mayo is now the first black head coach in the New England Patriots franchise history, replacing the greatest NFL coach, not just in the Patriots but also in the whole league, called Bill Belichick, after more than 2 decades of success, winning more than 5 Super Bowls, and he had his disciples during his tenure, guys like Tom Brady, Rob Gronkowski, and so forth, that was able to grow that team in the New England. And now that he has parted ways with the team, we have one of his disciples who is black, called Jerome Mayo, who was being introduced last week during the press conference. Now, as I was speaking during the press conference, he admitted that he sees color and acknowledged the existence of racism. Now, why does he say that? It's because he thinks that the Rooney Rule is not doing enough. Now, we all know that the Rooney Rule at least has helped the minorities to get a job somewhere. But as we speak now, it still cannot constitute to half of the league. Why? Because they don't look at race. They only look at the merit, the experience, and what you have done in previous coaching jobs, or even uh, jobs in the boardroom and so forth. That is what uh, owners are looking at. They're not looking at your skin color. That is why until today, if you cross over to the next season, that is 2024, we'll have around 5 or 6 head coaches that have gone through the Rooney Rule policy. Now, some say the Rooney Rule is like an affirmative action or a diversity, equity, inclusion policy, which all know if you are part of that entity, is about to go down the toilet, meaning it will produce mixed results. But if you are like Todd Bowles of Tampa Bay, who doesn't see race but rather merit, that is why he's doing good for Tampa Bay in the tenure that he has done, including taking them to the playoffs, this season. I mean, that is good for him. At least he's not seeing race as the reason why he got the job. He's not seeing race as the reason why the team is where it is today. But he's seeing merit. Merit meaning on what he has put on the table in terms of his philosophy, his tactics, the personnel that he has under in the technical team. That is what produces results. But for Gerard Mayo, already he's trying to make it look racist. If you look at parts of his comments that he says, he does, according to him, he says, because I believe if you don't see color, you can't see racism. It does matter, so we can fix the problem that we can all have. Now, I don't know why he's trying to make it work. I mean, if you are one of the disciples of Bill Belichick, you have gone through the system, you've played for the team during your playing career, and you've joined the coaching team under Belichick. That means that you have to work your way up. That means you have to get merit in order to get now the head coach. But now, because he received the head coaching job, now he wants to make it work. He wants to see racism. He wants to see everything to do with skin color. Now, the owner, Robert Kraft, will be wondering, did I regret putting him as the new head coach? Because now, for the rest of next season, starting then moving forward, he's going to face questions just in case the Patriots don't perform according to Kraft's expectations, that whether racism has caused all this manner of mixed results. I mean, he's not the only one who has, done such a decision. You've also seen that in other major leagues in America and also elsewhere around the world, that when you hire a coach who is going to take that advantage of the policy or of that new opportunity as a way of addressing racism, and whereby and instead you worked your way up just like the way Gerald Mayo did. I mean, that's plain double standards. You know what I'm saying? So if Gerald Mayo, I'll be very careful with the words I say, because that is the same ruler that Kraft is going to use when the next season will start. That is 2024 at around the summer. And so him just giving my opinion coming into the team, that is good news on one hand, because he has worked his way up. He has ever played under Belichick, known his tactics, and also he has been a part of the technical team under Bill, and he knows the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats of the Patriots, even as I was learning from Belichick. But now that he has received the head coaching position, being put there by Owner Kraft, now he's using that platform as an opportunity to start talking about racism, or that we need more head coaches of color or from other ethnic minorities to be a part of the coaching club in the NFL. But you all know that wokeism doesn't equate to good results. But when you put merit and you trust the process, as Joel Embiid always says, then definitely there's going to be great results. That is why someone like Belichick, it took him more than 2 decades to win 6 Super Bowls. And the longest serving player during his tenure, you all know, is the GOAT, the greatest quarterback, if not the player, that is Tom Brady. Those two together produced the greatest dynasty in the NFL history. But when you look at Gerald Mayo, who is now given this opportunity, which I believe he has not violated the Rooney Rule policy, but him now taking advantage of that opportunity to now start crying for more positions for people of color or from ethnic minorities, I feel that is wrong. He should just focus on himself, or be like Todd Bowles, who doesn't see color when it comes to getting an opportunity like a head coaching post, or even talking about the results of the team on a particular day or season. That's what Mayo should stop focusing on. Stop focusing on wokeism. Stop making it a political rally. Focus on making the team better, because as we all know, since Brady left the Patriots have only qualified for the playoffs once or twice since then, meaning they have performed poorly on both ends of the field. So for someone like Gerald Mayo, who knows the Belichick philosophy, someone who has been there for most of his career, both as an athlete and as a technical team member, I think he should stop focusing on activism, but rather focus on merit. It's your first time getting a head job. Now you are trying to put all the pop and color and trying to say, hey, I'm the first black head coach. Now I can talk about racism. I can talk about affirmative action, diversity, equity, and inclusion. The Patriots fans will not take it lightly. They might even start booing you even on your first game as the head coach during the preseason. So you have to be very careful. But hey, who am I? I'm just a fan of the NFL, and things like this really make me want to say something. But congrats to Gerald Mayo. I hope he doesn't make his team work and making it worse than the way it was in the last season under Belichick. But congratulations to him. I hope he improves the team better for the Patriots on both ends of the field, and then let's see the Patriots coming back to its former glory. Yeah. Thank you so much to everybody tuning in from wherever you are around the world, either you're listening to me or watching me, wherever you are. I want to hear your opinions. Is he woke? Is he a woke hire or not? Put down in the comments. The social media links will be displayed in the description as soon as this episode is done. But thank you so much to everybody listening or watching me. Until the next episode on Friday, is ciao.